because I heard a great quote. If you aren't successful, it's literally due to your discipline.
Yeah.
It's due to your discipline, and it's the small wins that matter. You put a pinpoint on that. You can
Yeah.
be a football player, and your small wins matter. The mistakes happen. Like even other day, I was talking to a player, and he was telling me, he's like, "Man, I got my chance to play." This is a 15-year old again playing with USL. He's like, "Man, we had a scrimmage, but I gave away a penalty."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, my reaction is, it's okay, you're young, but how did you react?
Right.
And the reaction was, I had a good game afterwards. But internally, it's okay to be upset about it. But it's,
Right.
do you keep the ball afterwards? How do you
Right.
react to it? Because as a scout, I'll look at that too and be like, he doesn't have the mental capacity to handle rough patches. And if you can't go pro. That's just it.
I think it all comes, and this is what I started realizing now that I'm coaching younger players and stuff like that. I just try to look at them from a psychological perspective and say, why, like, why is this kid not over there, right? Why is this kid not on the first team? If he's playing with LA2, why is he not on the first team? What's the difference? Now, when you get into the pro game, there's a difference, right? You have experienced pros who literally know how to go out and get a win. Like they just know how to do it. They know how to not give the
Yeah.
ball away. They know, like they're just mentally in a different world, right? But when you're a younger kid, and it's like this is the difference, right? This is the difference. And I always look at it, and always comes back to just who, like two things: are you passionate, and are you a winner, right? Do you like when I was growing up, and my sister, she's 7.5 years younger than me. She never beat me in anything because I would never let her. Because I'm like, you know what? Two things. First of all, I don't lose. I don't lose to a 7.5, someone who's 7.5 years younger than me. I don't do that. And third, and second, if she won and I let her win, what is that? What's that worth? Worth nothing. So she didn't beat me in anything. She's gonna be listening to this. She didn't beat me in anything. But going back to like when I look at younger kids and I look at them psychologically, it's all about I don't want to make a mistake. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to do this. But what about the things that you want to do? What about you saying when you go out on the field, it's so easy when you're on the bench to say, "Oh, I want to play." But when you get on the field, now do you really want to play? Do you really want to work? Do you really want to grind and tackle and do all the dirty work? Or do you just sit over here and think to yourself, "Oh, I can do this and I'll Maradona him and all this stuff." But when we start kicking and we start pushing, we start shoving, who's willing to fight for the long run? Right? And so the difference to me is first passion, right? There are people there are young players who come and show up every single day. We were the same way. We would always show up super early. Both of our dads were coaches. We would show up super early, and we just want to play. I don't care what we did. We just want to play, whatever. And new moves, new juggles, whatever it was. Like we'd always want to come and play. And so it's the passion to just want to play, regardless of if it's training time or whatever. I just always want to play. And then the second one is like I always just want to win. I always want to come out a winner. And I might lose this game, but winners, like I heard a quote recently. There's winners, there's losers, and there's learners, right? I just learn every single time I go out. If we win 4-0, I'm still like, okay, next time I need to open up a little bit more, try to get that ball over to the right side a little bit more, right? Because I'm always just learning. I'm always just getting better because tomorrow I have to be better than I am today. Like you said, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. There's no staying in the middle. You can't hold on to what you have. You
The
either increase it and improve it or you lose it, right? So
the
so
middle doesn't exist. The middle doesn't exist.
the middle
It
doesn't
doesn't
exist.
exist.
And so if you had like a and I started really being on like this comparison thing, like everyone stop being soft. It's okay to compare yourself to other people, but you need to be a little bit more mentally tough, right? So like Johnny over there, he's playing for the first team. Johnny might not be that good, but there's some reason Johnny's on the first team. Maybe he has, maybe I mean, we're talking about agents. Maybe he has a better agent. Maybe he has Nate compared to, you know, Josh, right? Maybe I need to get a better agent. There's something I have to do to get over there. Right? That's it. That's how I always think. There's something I have to do to get over there. And when I was at Atlanta, I literally watched these guys every single day. I would sit there on the bike and watch them every single day. Eric Remetti for Atlanta. I would watch him every single day and I'd be like, you know what? He's 2 or 3 levels ahead of me, but I know what I need to do to get there. Right? And now like life events have changed and that's not my goal anymore, but I saw it and I wrote it down and I was like, this is what I need to be doing to get to that level. Now I need to do it consistently over and over and over again. And it's tough, but if you're not where you want to be, there's some reason. Don't just throw your hands up and say, oh, I'm just unlucky. You're not unlucky. You're just not the person you need to be in order to be there. And we always try to learn new skills and new tricks, but you actually have to become that person to be there, especially as a pro.